Honestly, it has been one roller coaster of a year full of emotions and events and a lot of nonsense from almost losing my relationship to quitting my job on the spot to almost moving out and almost losing my relationship again, and a lot of just sitting around and doing nothing, wallowing in misery, rotting in bed, just wasting away. Lots and lots of wasting away. So to say that I'm glad this year's almost over is a bit of an understatement, honestly. And I'm not one to make New Year's resolutions. I never really have been. I'm not really planning on it. But I am glad to just move on with my life and hopefully move on for the better. Make a better year out of this next one. Because, geez, what a mess. What a mess. It's okay. We survived. We made it through, sort of. I mean, I'm still breathing, so it counts for something. And we're on to bigger and better things, hopefully. I've been doing a lot of nothing with my time, as I stated, but these past few months, like November, probably, I kind of made a realization or I don't know, I had an epiphany, I suppose, that my life is very boring and it's my own fault. I've lived my life very, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Just plain, very simply, not done a lot with my time or myself or my, just in general, just not done a lot of anything. And it's kind of hard to have fun or have an enjoyable life if you're not doing anything with your time or with yourself or, you know, you have to do things. You have to live to feel alive is a conclusion I've came to. And so I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to live. I've been trying to get out of my house. I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone. I've been trying to just do things. I've been trying to fall in love with life again because I, for a long time, just have not enjoyed my life. I've not enjoyed anything, really. I mean, that's bold. I enjoy a lot of things, but I just mean as an overall grand scheme, overarching picture, or whatever. There's just there's not been much to enjoy, really. Which I mean, that's not entirely true either. It's more just you get comfortable. You get used to the things you have. You get used to the life that you live, and it's not exciting anymore. It's nothing different. It's nothing new. It's the same old all the time, you know? And it gets repetitive and it gets, well, boring, as I keep repeating over and over. It gets really, really boring. And so I've been trying to change that. And I've been trying to just do more and see more and get out and just find a life that's worth loving, a life that's worth living, rather than this constant repetition of being cooped up in the house and grinding away on video games because I just want to ignore my actual reality and whatever it is that I find to consume my time and consume my life to forget about everything else. But why? Why do I want to forget? Why do I not want to be present in my life? Why for so long have I just been wanting to be absent and not even absent, but a bystander to my own life, you know? I just have been letting it pass me by for a long time, and I didn't care. Or if I did, I didn't have the motivation or the energy to do anything about it. I just kept sitting, waiting, telling myself one of these days will be my time. One of these days will be my day that everything will click, everything will make sense. I'll figure out who I'm supposed to be, who I want to be, what I want to do, etc., etc., etc. And the truth is, that day never came. Still not, still not here. Still sitting around waiting for it, but I guess I'm not sitting around and waiting anymore. I've decided that I need to find it, and I need to look for it. I need to to make it myself and decide myself who I want to be, what I want to do, where I want to go, what I want to see in this world, whatever, everything, anything, all of it. It's all in my control because it's all in my life. It's all in my choice, you know. There's nobody holding me by the ankles and telling me I have to stay put and do this and do that and you know, it doesn't exist. It's all in my own head. It's all my own self-doubt and self-deprecations and just self-conscious, I suppose, you know, self-esteem issues of telling myself I'm not good enough or I will never be good enough or I can't do this because I don't have that skill set or I can't do this because blah 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 blah. But the truth is you can do anything. You can learn anything. You can try at the least, you know. That's always been a big problem for me is I'll never even give myself the chance to try because I'll sit there and tell myself all the ways it could go wrong and all the missing pieces or whatever, everything that I can't do, everything that holds me back from doing whatever it is, whether it's like a new job that I want to get or something, and I look at the application and it's like need so and so years of experience or whatever, and I'm like, oh well, they won't even look in my direction, don't even bother putting in an application, you know, or oh, all I know is how to stock shelves. I could never go work in a warehouse or whatever, and it's like that one's really stupid because it's just a bigger scale of the same things, you know, like I can learn how to drive a forklift if I really wanted to. It's not hard. I watch my brother do it all the time. I just never cared to put in the effort to try, and I will sit here and just tell myself I'm missing these skills or I'm missing this piece of the puzzle or whatever. And instead of going and looking for the piece, I just throw the whole box away and just say, forget about it, you know? And it's just a waste of time. And it's what I've been doing all of my life, just wasting my time, belittling myself or knocking myself down or whatever. Just keeping myself stuck for whatever reason it might be. Never a good one. Never ever a good one. You know? Life is about evolution. Even if you don't believe in evolution, you know, the whole like people were fish and whatever, but as a human being of learning and knowledge and growing, that's of evolution, at least to me. And that's what life is all about. It's all about learning and growing and knowledge and experience and living, loving, hurting. It's all it's all growth. It's all evolution. It's what we're meant to do as people, as humans. It's, at least to me, it's our core function is to just experience and to just live and to just keep going and keep striving for new things, even if they seem unattainable, even if it seems impossible, you know? I'm not much of a history buff, but I do find it fascinating hearing stories of like, of course, now I can't think of the names that I had in my head. Well, like Alexander the Great, who like sailed across all of the oceans and conquered the entire world at whatever age. You know, he was young and conquered the whole world back in a time when there were no cell phones and we didn't have boats that traveled way faster. We didn't have engines, you know, things like that. And he sailed the seven seas and just went around and conquered the world. Now, I'm not saying I want to go conquer the world, but I'm not saying I'd be opposed to it either. The life is about living. Life is about experience and traveling and going places, even if it's not traveling far. Just, you know, that daily commute to the store is something. It's that conversation with the cashier is some sort of social interaction. It's something. It's some kind of growth. It's some kind of learning or just it's something. It's just something. And I've had a whole lot of nothing for a whole long time. And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of myself for letting it be this way and letting it spiral to what it is now and becoming this shell of a person because I don't go anywhere and I don't see anybody and I don't talk to anybody and I don't like to be outside and I don't like to be in public and I don't like to do things and I don't want to do things. But why? Why not? What's holding me back other than myself, other than my own thoughts and feelings? And sure, that's a pretty strong contender. That's a pretty strong opponent to be against. You is yourself. There's probably nobody stronger. You know, sit here and argue with my own brain all the time. It's difficult. It is extremely difficult. I could probably convince a whole lot of other people of a whole lot of other things before I could ever convince myself to just get out of bed and take a walk around the block, you know? And that sucks. But that's reality for me. And at least I know it. I just have to do something about it, you know? I might not have the means or methods to get therapy or proper professional help or something, but I can try to make a change before then, you know? I can try to make a change before things get too bad again, because I've been a lot worse. I've been in a lot worse positions. Well, same position, but a lot worse feelings before. For a long time, I felt like I've had seasonal depression because every winter, my life would feel like it spirals out of control, and I would just revert to this, like I said before, this shell of a person where I didn't want to do anything. I would wake up, go to work, probably eat maybe a meal a day, and every day just repeats, just constant repetition. And eventually, my seasonal depression wasn't so seasonal anymore, and it's the middle of summer, and every day has felt the same for the past 4 years, and everything is just falling apart around me, and I can't do anything about it. But I did. I did something. I walked out. I quit my job. I said I'm going to try something different. I'm going to look for something new. I'm going to make a change and make a difference. And then I fell back into the same habits. Except now I'm not going to work. I'm just living the same day in my room every day over and over again. The same repetition, the same cycle, the same depression with a new coat of paint. It doesn't matter what season it is. It's just me. It's just me needing help, needing change, needing something that I can't seem to find or can't seem to give myself. Or I guess I don't really know completely what it is, but I know it's something, and I know I'm finding it. I know I'm getting somewhere because I'm making a difference, at least in my own head. I'm finding some kind of light to hold on to shine through all the darkness and making a change from my day to day, not living the same day every day anymore, you know, trying to get out into the world and see things. And like I said before, trying to fall in love with living again. Life is beautiful. Life is long. And I'll be damned if I sit here and suffer through all of it with the same problems and the same complaints and the same depression that I've had since I was a kid. I'll be damned if I let this continue any longer. I need to make a change for myself. I need to make a better year for myself because I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm fed up. I'm exhausted. I'm drained. I'm out of it. I'm done with it. I'm letting it all go, leaving it all in the past for better days ahead, for just new, you know? Of course, there's going to be ups and downs. I don't think next year is going to be perfect, but I'm going to look at it with the most optimism that I can, and I'm going to take every bad day and try to turn it into something, you know? Not just going to wallow in my misery forever, not just going to rot in bed forever. I'm going to do something with my life, something with myself, something with my time, something with my future. I'm just going to do something. At least that's my plan. Hopefully. We'll see how well I followed through, but all we can have is hope, I guess. I suppose it's a mix of hope and discipline. If I don't really need to hope if I can just discipline myself enough to actually do any of the things I say I'm going to do, because it's a lot easier to talk about things than it is to act on them. I'm a big talker and not big on my actions. I love and love and love to talk about the things I want to do and the dreams I have and the life I want to live. And then in reality, I will sit in bed and play Stardew Valley for the rest of my day because I don't want to do anything else, because I'm too sad to do anything else, or I'm too tired, or blah, 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 blah. Just full of excuses. So maybe I'll finally get myself into gear, get on my own case, and just make a change, make some differences, make something happen. Stop living this same cycle over and over and over again, year after year. I already started in one way. You know, I walked out of my job. I told myself I was going to find something new and look for some new experiences or something. And so far, that's led me nowhere but bed rotting. And, it happens. It is what it is. All we can do is try to do better as the days go on. We just keep trying. You just can't give up, you know? And that's kind of my problem. I feel like somewhere in the back of my head, I gave up a long time ago. I just let it fall to the wayside and let life come as it comes instead of trying to influence it or change it or make anything of it. I just accept what's given to me, and you get what you get. You don't throw a fit, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you need to throw a fit. Sometimes you don't need to just accept what you're given as it is. Sometimes you have to fight for what you want, what you feel you deserve, what you feel is meant for you, you know? You can't just you can't just take everything as is all the time. I guess it just depends on the situation, really. I'm just kind of rambling because I need a change. I need a difference. I need a better life. I need a life that I feel is worthy of living. And the only person that can make that is me. So I guess if I am making a New Year's resolution, that would be it. Is that I'm gonna live a better life. I'm gonna make a better life for myself. I'm not gonna just take what's given to me as is, and, you know, I'm gonna strive for bigger and better and do more and see more and live more and just do a bit better job at existing. You know, if that's all I'm good at is just existing, I could at least be a little better at it, you know, rather than whatever this is, this worthlessness that I feel. I don't even think that's a word, but this emptiness, this loneliness, this shell of a human that I have become. Slowly, in time, I've become human again, or I'm becoming human again, I suppose. It's taken a while. It's taken a long, long time, but we're getting there, one day at a time. And one of these days, maybe I will just feel like me again, and I won't feel like a shell. I won't feel like I'm wasting all my time and all my energy and all my efforts, and I'll make something out of myself. Good or bad, it'll be something. It'll be better than the shell that I've become. And I think that's good enough, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Thanks for listening, watching, being here through this nonsensical journey of whatever this is. I'll be back at some point. Thank you. I love you.